A pleasant day, everyone. My name is Lian, a STEM student from section Colossians, together with my group mates Justine, Sam, Jasmine, Lexi, and Jan. And we're here, speaking in front of you to accomplish our final performance task in the subject of General Mathematics under Ma'am Giselle Prado. So, upon discussing or choosing rather a topic, we ended up with evaluating functions. So first in the agenda is to explain the definition of our topic, followed by 4 examples together with its explanation. Moving on to the next page, what is evaluation functions? So, evaluating a function means to substitute a variable with its given number or expression. To do this, simply replace all the x variables with whatever x has been assigned. For example, if we are asked to evaluate f of 4, then x has been assigned the value of 4. In the next page, we made sample problems to solve for you guys to understand this topic clearly. And we have here Jasmine de Monteverde to explain the problem number 1.
Let's consider a simple function. F of x equals 3x plus 2. If we want to evaluate this function at x equals 4, we substitute 4 in place of x in the function. So, f of 4 equals 3 times 4 plus 2. Calculating the above expression, we get f of 4 equals 12 plus 2 equals 14. So, the value of the function f of x equals 3x plus 2 at x equals 4 is 14.
Let's consider a different type of function, an absolute value function. Hx equals to x minus 2. If we want to evaluate this function at x equals to 5, we need to substitute the 5 in the place of x in the function. So, h5 equals 5 minus 2. So, the value of the function hx equals to x minus 2 at x equals to 5 is 3.
Hi everyone! Today, I want to explain this equation. Given that the x is equal to 5, the function of x is equal to 4x squared plus 6x. This equation defines a function called function of x, which takes any number x as input and calculates a specific output based on that number. Let's break it down step by step. Number 1, defining the function. X is equal to 5. Simply sets the variable x to the value 5. Think of x as a placeholder for any number we can plug into the function later. F of x is equal to 4x squared plus 6x defines the function itself. The function of x means the value of f when you put x. The formula inside the parenthesis tells us what calculation to perform on the input number x. 4x squared, this part means 4 times squared. Squaring a number means multiplying it by self. Plus 6x. This part means add 6 times x, so whatever we got from squaring x, we add 6 times to it. Number 2. Evaluating the function at x is equal to 5. Now, let's say we want to find the value of function of x when x is equal to 5. In other words, we want to know what happens when we plug 5 into the function. So, f of 5 is equal to 4 times 5 squared plus 6 times 5. Here, we replace x with the value of 5 in both places it appears in the formula. F of 5 is equal to 4 times 25 plus 6 times 5. Next, we calculate the squares and products. 4 times 25 is 100, and 6 times 5 is 30. The function of x is equal to 100 plus 6 times 5. Now, we simply add the two parts of the function, of the equation rather. 100 plus 30 is equal to, the function of 5 is equal to 130. This is the final answer. When we plug 5 into the function of x, we get 130 as the output.
Good day everyone, I'm Justin Esteban. I think the best explanation for this is, we have the function f of x equals to x squared. To evaluate this function, we must input a number for x, and then calculate the square of that number. For example, If we want to evaluate f of 3, we would input 3 for x and then calculate f of 3 equals to x squared equals to 9, which is the output of the function. We took the input 3 and put it in the formula for f of x equals x squared to get the answer 9. Thank you.
Now, why don't we summarize our answers? For number 1, fx equals 3x plus 2. Given that x is equals to 4, the answer will be 14. For number 2, each x equals x minus 2. Given that x is equals to 5, the answer will be 3. For number 3, fx equals 4x squared plus 6x. Given that x is equals to 5, the answer will be 18. And lastly, for number 4, fx equals x squared. Given that x is equals to 3, the answer will be 9. It seems like evaluating functions is quite easy, right? I hope you think so too. Well, I hope you have learned how to evaluate functions from this video. Again, this was Group 1 of Section Colossians. Thank you so much and goodbye!